the win here. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Looking at the last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a loss to Philadelphia. And Oladipo kicks to Drummond. And there it is for him. Drummond's got the opening bucket of the night here for Cleveland. Tonight, a matchup between two great teams. Certainly potential playoff ramifications down the road. Brent, what extra importance does this game have, do you think, if any?
Well, sometimes, Kevin, in matchups like this, coaches aren't concerned with what it is that they know. They'd like to get to the unknown. So there may be some rotations that we'll see tonight that are a bit different than what we saw in matchups in the past, for coaches to expose their players to that opponent and their style of play. That could pay dividends if they do match up come playoff time. You know, strange to see that this Cavs team, after facing the Warriors, became one of the most elite shooting teams themselves. Their three-point shooting percentage to about 38% last season. That was second best in the NBA. They also had the second most attempts in the league behind the Rockets.
Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And the Clippers starting five. Jeremy Lin is out there with Dragic. And it's Durant. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Sabonis in a power forward. Here's Oladipo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Oladipo, a guy who can live at the line with his power and explosiveness around the glass.
And so he's able to get one of two. And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
Lin kicks to Durant. The basket good off the assist from Lin. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
And we know he dominates from the perimeter, but Durant is just as dynamic when he gets inside. Sometimes the confidence grows even more.
Oladipo with the ball, and it's Lin picking him up.
Well, I guess the D didn't read the scouting report that you can't let Korver get free from the perimeter.
Lin dishes to Durant. Durant sets a screen for Lin. Shot clock at 6. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Oh, for a long time, most media guides had Kevin Durant listed at 6'9". Most players and fans knew, Brent, that was dated information from when Durant first joined the league. He's clearly grown since entering the NBA.
It took a while for Kevin Durant to actually admit to the fact that he was 7 feet tall in shoes. So we finally have that tidbit of information that's so critical to whether or not Kevin Durant is a good player or a great player, right? I'm kidding, Kev.
He is. Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
Gasol did not stop moving his hands there, especially as the shot was going up. That was going to be right there to send anything back if it's close.
Now, here's Oladipo. Following the shot by Kevin Durant. And good that time. Oladipo's got 5 now.
These guys are like dentists right now. 4 out of 5 recommending a made shot. You're in a great groove.
Sabonis with the bucket.
Sabonis, a confident scorer on that play right there. Once he's got the ball in his hands in that area, he's looking to shoot. Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
The dish to Drummond. Over Gasol. And it's Drummond missing. The Clippers trail. For the 3. Durant, the pass to Lin. Clippers moving the ball around. Gasol, a screen on Covington. The second chance effort. Outside for Durant. Feeds to Dragic. Lin against Oladipo. And another shot. And there's the nice layup by Lin. Lin's got his first basket of the night.
Even with the defense all over him, Lin buries the J. Outstanding concentration on those kinds of shots.
And last season, you'll recall, Brent, Doc Rivers challenging this Clippers team to cut down on technical fouls.
I think they just wanted to get away from all the whining that was going on. I think some people were actually bringing cheese to the game for the Clippers to go with that wine. I kid you, Kevin. But you just don't want to waste energy on things like that are going on throughout the course of the game, and to have that kind of reputation around the refereeing circles.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's Gasol. That one a little long. Durant, no good.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Here's Oladipo.
Now Oladipo has had some highlight dunks in his career. There's another one.
Durant sets his screen for Lin. Back to Durant. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Lin's got 4 assists now tonight.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Inside. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. They get Paul Gasol.
You could see Drummond's eyes light up once he knew that finish was coming. He didn't waste the chance. Boy, did he get his money's worth on that one.
Now here's Lin. And stolen by Teletovic. Here's Oladipo. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Oladipo pounced on the steal. Quick instincts on the defensive end.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Durant kicks to Dragic. In a wide open look for Lin. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. The Cavaliers leading by 7. To the inside. Now here's Drummond. He's got 7. Here's Covington. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Cavaliers lead by 7. It's the NBA on 2. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Clippers trail by 7. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Robert Covington out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Drummond in the center position. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we know the Clippers are one of the best teams in the league, but are they good enough to win it all? Coach Doc Rivers talked about overcoming the super teams they face. He said the big three in Boston, put them together, bam, we won. We had Miami, Golden State, but there are teams that still poke through. Dallas did it, and that's what we're trying to do. Kevin?
And with Doc in control, the Clippers, DA, will always be in contention for a title. Thanks so much for that terrific report. Last season, a big one for Oladipo in terms of his ability to shoot from deep.
Playing alongside Russell last year led to a career high in attempts for Victor Oladipo from the three-point line. That started in Orlando in that last half of the season, so maybe the brass in OKC thought that playing alongside Russell, they'd get this kind of production from him, and we'll see if he can improve.
It's stolen by Korver, and they pick up two. Korver's got his second bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now, here's Oladipo, covered by Mills. Korver kicks to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Rockets left side. Covington with the steal. Here's Oladipo. Kicks it to Covington. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Dragic with a wide open look. And again, no good by the Clippers.
A little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
And the shot is good.
Well, you combine quickness and explosiveness for Victor Oladipo on display right there. Tough to contain.
They set the pick. Here's Dragic from outside. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Drummond's got his third rebound tonight. Here's Korver for three. And Drummond throws it down.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top three. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Mills with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Dragic with another miss.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
The feed to Mills. Back to Durant. It's stolen by Oladipo. Lays it in off the breakaway. Covington's got his second bucket.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Oladipo with the ball. He's got 13. Brent, each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to drop a play to get you one bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So yes. I could get James Harden to the line. And then one LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down. This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Drummond. And it falls over the rim and in. Drummond's got 13 points.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
Good on the three-point shot. Mills has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. Cleveland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Robert Covington.
And this Clippers team has been in the hunt for a deep playoff run for some time. Consistently tried to get a veteran bench to help them with that goal, and they've succeeded there, but it's come at the cost of developing young players.
Yeah, last season the Clippers were the oldest team in the NBA by average age, and they have not had many injections of youth to revitalize or develop the roster along with the success that they've had. And that could be really important for a young player to watch a team do great things. They've relied on a lot of veterans, and there could be some cost or residual cost to not having some younger players.
And after so many finals runs starting in 2015, Brent, is it natural for a team like the Cavaliers to wear down a bit?
Well, they do have some guys that have played a lot of years in the NBA, so that's a natural cause and effect. But these guys were the defending champs last year, won 51 games, took a couple months off on the defensive end, and then flipped the switch in the playoffs, no doubt about it. Came together and played extremely well through their run in the Eastern Conference.
Pass to Babbitt. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. He kicks to Babbitt. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Oladipo.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And you got to like what they're doing offensively. They're executing at a high rate and starting to pile it on.
Yeah, we're sitting here midway through the game now, and we're starting to see them take more and more control. They look very confident in what they're doing.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. And as we welcome you back, we begin our... The Clippers shooting just 31% in the game. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Dragic. Pau Gasol is out there with Sabonis. And it's Durant. And it's Lin in at the point.
Vintage KD. Quick trigger on the catch and shoot.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. The Clippers also making some changes. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Durant. And Mario Hezonja subbed in for Goran Dragic. Lopez a screen. Here's Ross. Lopez. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Lin the pass to Hezonja. Back to Lin. Stolen by Beverly. To the inside. Here's Lopez. Ross on the wing. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. So it's the Clippers now. Outside, Lynn. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. That one, no good. Ross, that's good. Ross has got his first 2 points of the night.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Shooting one.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And Sabonis is a very skilled young big man. He stepped right into the starting role last year with the Thunder and consistently was getting about 20 minutes, trying to figure out where it is that he could be effective. The one thing about Sabonis that I think is going to help him is more touches around the paint. Last year, a lot of room to grow as a perimeter player. We'll see if he can put it together this year.
Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. And that one, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And for those of you wondering why Sabonis' name sounds familiar, well, he is the son of the legendary Lithuanian player Arvydas Sabonis.
Well, if you watch the two of those guys side by side, the one thing that stands out between the Sabonis big men is the fact that they are very, very skilled. They have great vision and a great sense of the game, almost playing like guards at times from the post-up area.
Goran Dragic is checked in for the Clippers. It's Gasol missing. Durant with the steal. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the league will eventually become.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Clippers making a change here. Sabonis is checked in. Here's Dragic from outside. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin.
Well, the ball was not in Goran Dragic's hands very long. Just a great job by him firing it up immediately without hesitation.
Here's Lin. Lays it up off the glass. Lin's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
Right now, Brent, so much ball movement is perimeter based, but as defenses have adjusted, do you think we'll see more offense run through the post again like we did before?
I think what we're seeing, Kevin, is that post-up play is being redefined by more guards, more guys who draw attention down there on the block. And that's the way these shifts are happening. The offense right now in today's NBA is so far ahead of what defensive concepts have taught you for years that the post-up game, it'll be a few years before we get back to dynamic post-play.
I find that comment you just made fascinating. That it's, look at that.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Pass to Sabonis. Lin kicks to Sabonis. Back to Lin. He dishes it to Durant. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Ross on the wing. Lopez outside. A beautiful reverse layup. Lopez has got 6 points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies. Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
No good from Ross.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation. Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Everly with the ball. Guarded now by Durant.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Lynn kicks to Durant. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Lopez. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Durant just inside the line. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 9th assist in the game now. And Bellinelli kicks to Beverly. Durant against Ross. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant. And the first one drops. And Brent, you were drafted by the Nuggets, but traded to the Clippers to start your career. What was it like being a rookie and living in Los Angeles as you adjusted to the league?
Well, I was super excited, Kevin, of course, to be drafted and have the opportunity to live out my dream of being an NBA player. But a lot of people were joking around with me that I don't think the Clippers are in the NBA. Just remembering how many struggles they had gone through and have gone through throughout the course of the franchise existence, coming up from San Diego, moving to Los Angeles, and never really finding a footing. But I learned a ton during my first year, having played under Coach Bill Fitch, a Hall of Fame member that has been around the league and won championships, and really embracing the opportunity to learn and grow and pour a foundation for what I was hoping would be a long and successful career in the NBA.
And the Clippers call time here.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
And for the Clippers, they have had some success certainly over the last decade. Still, Brent, it's always going to be a battle for this team to fight for the love of the city of Los Angeles against the Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I just feel like that's never going to happen. It's a Laker town in Los Angeles, and even over the course of the past few seasons where the Clippers have had more wins and more success and more deeper runs into the playoffs, the Lakers still run the town.
Lynn dishes to Gasol. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Lopez. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. For Los Angeles, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Outside Dragic. They get it again. Stolen by Beverly. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Here's Dragic from outside. Dragic with another miss. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers on top. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Thomas Robinson is out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Beverly in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block, drew a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Greg?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Ross with the steal. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Goes up. And the jam by Ross.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Oh, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation? Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
And Beverly kicks to Ross. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, the first half was...
Wow.
Good look out.
Yeah, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
And Durant comes to help. Robinson kicks to Ross. Beverly against Land. Dishes it to Bellinelli. A putback. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Durant for 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Lopez kicks to Ross. Good work defensively by Gasol. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
Boy, when Durant gets on a roll, when he's being aggressive, his length and skill set makes him unguardable.
And Beverly kicks to Bellinelli. Ross in the corner. Outside Robinson. Back to Ross. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession. And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Durant. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Yeah, bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Here's Lynn. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And practically doubling his assist totals over the back half of his career. Durant's a more than willing facilitator. Whatever his team needs to win, he'll do it.
Here's Lopez. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. The wide open look for Durant. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Bellinelli passes to Robinson. Here's Ross. And then jammed down as he goes right over Pau Gasol.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Comes up empty down low.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. .135 left in the 4th quarter. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Drummond.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Los Angeles calls timeout with the premium players and outside shooting Brent, plus defensive rules that lessen the need to defend in isolation. Will we see guys playing for more years than ever before? Less wear and tear because there's less of it inside in games.
No, it's a great point, Kevin. I think that you're right about that. I also think that whatever we're doing off the court in terms of the players with nutrition and training regimen, that's going to be another reason why we'll see players be very effective well into their late 30s and sometimes into their early 40s, which is about my limit, Kev. I'm still effective at 45.
You are. Very effective at 45. Here's Lynn. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 12 assists. Here's Ross. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
That's his second personal foul.
And the Cavs' big three completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Clippers ball.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Robinson with the block. Here's Lynn. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
And here are the Clippers now. Can't hit from the elbow. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans